सर बाकी जो कुछ एक एक प्ले करना है वैसे शेयरिंग बोलना होगा।
A very good morning to one and all present here. I, Sejal from MMS Semester 2, welcome you all. Today, St. Francis Institute of Management and Research and St. Francis Postgraduate Diploma of Management under the aegis of the institution's Innovation Council are hosting this session. The Government of India, Ministry of Education, has initiated the Institute Innovation Cell, IIC, to foster an entrepreneurial spirit through the higher education institutions IIC departments. SFIMAR IIC is a progressive department with entrepreneurial workshops, sessions, and talks conducted for the students of MMS, PG, and engineering students at least once every month, some as per the IIC calendar and some are self-driven. The students are equipped with internal and external mentors to guide them with idea generation and their startup foundation. As part of the investor pitch, we introduce you to Saturday Club Global Trust and Ms. Vaishali Pirepalve ma'am today. I would like to call upon Ms. Gauri from MMS Semester 2 to introduce our guest speaker.
Thank you, Sejal. Our guest speaker, Ms. Vaishali Pirepalve, is the founder and managing director of Max Nyan Advisory Private Limited. She has done her MBA in HR. She's a sports mentor and counselor and also a practicing graphologist. Ms. Vaishali is a certified parenting coach and a certified mentor of Singapore Polytechnic. Ms. Vaishali is an ex-captain of the Mumbai women's cricket team. She's a trained classical singer and an international vocalist who has left a mark in the Guinness Book of World Records for prime singer, and also heads the Kalaram Group in Saturday Club Global Trust. Being the founder of Max Nyan Advisory, her mission is to develop sportsmanship mindset amongst the youth and to create healthy, wealthy globe. Ms. Vaishali has corporate experience of 19 years in large corporates and MNCs like Tata, the Future Group, HDFC, HSBC Bank, in managing senior leadership roles into process management, procurement, and stakeholder relationship management. She then decided to start her own company, that is Max Nyan Advisory Private Limited, with the perspective of guiding the youth of India in various fields of academics, sports, and culture in India as well as in abroad. Max Nyan Advisory Private Limited was formally incorporated in the year 2019 to leverage 35 years of expertise with the vision of becoming a leading brand in developing sportsmanship mindset amongst youth in every phase of life. The company has successfully guided and counseled 7,000 plus students and parents till date. With a network of more than 450 plus universities and colleges in 20 plus countries, their students have fulfilled their dreams of overseas education in various fields. Words fall short to describe all that she has achieved in such a short span. Thank you.
A big round of applause for Vaishali ma'am. Requesting Director of St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, Dr. Shalini Sana ma'am, to please come forward and felicitate our guest speaker. Ms. Vaishali Bhide Barve, ma'am. Thank you, Director ma'am. Thank you, Vaishali ma'am. I would like to request Vaishali ma'am to please take over.
Good morning. Morning. Have you guys had your breakfast or no? Sure? Why the voice is so low? The energy is so low. Good morning. Ah, Zani aaya. Good morning. Okay. So today we'll quickly understand. So all of us here today are from Saturday Club Global Trust. And the reason why we are here is we are entrepreneurs in our own fields. And we represent Saturday Club Global Trust, which is an NGO, which is the only NGO in India, which is into business networking. And I have my business colleagues along with me today to support. So we have a senior member, Mr. Sanjay Tari, who is owning a business of insurance for the past more than 25 years. We have our Western Region head, Mr. Ram Nerurkar, who is into financial loans and planning. We have Mr. Kailash, who is the panel speaker today. So I would want to keep it as a suspense. So what we are going to know from him. We similarly have Mr. Avinash Madhvi and Ms. Gayatri Savan. And for the young entrepreneur cell, so I will definitely let you know what a Saturday Club is, what we are doing for the entrepreneurs, what is a young entrepreneur cell in Saturday Club. But we have just to introduce, we have Farina, who is our YC coordinator, so Young Entrepreneur Cell coordinator, maybe similar to your age, but she's today into business. Okay, so Saturday Club Global Trust is a 23 years old organization, which is a networking organization, started off in 2000, the year 2000. And the founder was Sri Madhavrao Bhide. He was the founder and he was the bridge engineer, well-known bridge engineer, Sri Madhavrao Bhide. And he started off in the year 2000. And this was from the pure thought of, developing entrepreneurship right from the young age. So Saturday Club Global Trust Young Entrepreneur Cell is primarily focusing on entrepreneurship amongst the youth. So can I have a pointer, please? Thank you. So young entrepreneurs, so Saturday Club Global Trust has more than 4,000 plus entrepreneurs across Maharashtra. Saturday Club Global Trust is an organization where different entrepreneurs, dynamic, varied entrepreneurs meet and discuss different businesses, share references for businesses, and generate businesses for each other. So that is what Saturday Club does primarily. And the Young Entrepreneur Cell head is Advocate Mrs. Rupali Thakur, who is heading the Saturday Club Young Entrepreneur Cell for the past 4 years now. So under the Young Entrepreneur Cell, what are the various activities that we perform? So there are a lot of MOUs that we have signed. So the whole today's program is from the memorandum of understanding that we have signed with your institute, with SFIMAR. And the objective is to help you come into business. So as rightly put forth by our director, madam, that she is looking at more of a practical training rather than a theoretical or a conceptual training. Do you guys agree with that? Yeah. All of you are from different streams, maybe? Yeah. And practical training is at most needed when you get into the corporate world, right? And this is exactly what Saturday Club is into. So what we do is we encourage more and more youths to come into entrepreneurship, to have their own startups, and thereby we have different people, different businessmen, business entrepreneurs who can guide you, who can handhold you, and you can also get an opportunity to work with them hand in hand to understand what is entrepreneurship. So we'll come to that, what is entrepreneurship. But before that, any thoughts? We'll have an interactive session, okay, guys? We are not going to have this as a one-way communication. Any thoughts? What is entrepreneurship? Anybody? Raise your hands and say, yeah, come on, you're into post-graduation now. Batao. क्या है entrepreneurship? Anybody? चलो बिजनेस करना मतलब क्या? चलो बोलो, कोई तो बोलो, कुछ तो बोलो. Any thoughts? There's no right or wrong answer. Any thoughts? Absolutely. An idea which you try to execute. Yes. Right. You can earn money from that idea. True. What else? Or kya? Yeah. You can invest in shares. Yes. Okay. All right. Or what else? बिजनेस करना मतलब क्या? क्या लगता है आपको? आपके फैमिली में कोई बिजनेस कर रहा है? Is anybody here who has parents or families or friends close relatives, blood relations into business? किसी के भी नहीं है घर में. There's so much opportunity यार. हाँ. Yes. Sorry. कोल्ड स्टोरेज में बिजनेस है. ओके. आपका खुद का है. Dad's business. Okay. Yes. Sorry. Sorry. Cloth mill. Okay. Wonderful. What else? Just shout out, yeah. Just shout out. Real estate. Real estate. Okay. Electronics business. Okay. CA firm, great, wonderful. अरे इतना सब कुछ तो आ रहा है यार, चुप क्यों बैठते हो? You're the youth of India यार. अगर चुप बैठोगे तो कैसे चलेगा? You need to voice out, बोलो. Okay, so these are the businesses, but there is a way of doing business. So there is a structured way, there is a format in which you should be looking at. और सब कुछ हम कर सकते हैं, everything you can do. Business शुरू किया तो सब हम ही कर रहे हैं, right? Good. So that is the reason you would need hand holding. That is the reason you would need that right guidance. So Saturday Club does exactly this. We are in Saturday Club, the major काम नहीं कर रहा है. So our focus is, so our vision is to contribute to the nation building by channelizing young minds. अब उसके ऊपर ले लो. हाँ. Yes. So our focus is continuously investing into innovations and the kind of diverse expertise that we have in Saturday Club today. We want to share it with the youth. And that is the reason we are encouraging more and more youth to come into, have their own startups, come into business, help them guide on how they can get the finances, help them with the kind of government policies that are available, the schemes that could be available. So all these things you will get in Saturday Club. So we have done a lot of different strategic tie-ups as well. So in Saturday Club, I was mentioning it's a business networking organizations, and we have more than 5,000 plus business actively participating business entrepreneurs across Maharashtra. And you can spread out your businesses across Maharashtra. And we have about 90 chapters in at various stations also in Mumbai. So more than 45 chapters in various stations across Mumbai. So stationed as in, we have a chapter in Borivali, we have a chapter in Dahisar. Now what are these chapter concept is, there are average 50 to 60 entrepreneurs that meet up on a fixed date fortnightly and discuss about the business, discuss about the challenges in the business, and share businesses, references, connects from their life, from their groups. And that's how we increase or we give away businesses to each other. So that is how what we do in Saturday Club. Now, additionally, we also sign up MOUs, likewise we did with SFIMAR. We have signed up MOUs with different colleges and universities for guiding the students across Maharashtra. We have a couple of universities that we have tied up with, like the North Maharashtra University, the Shivaji University, Kolhapur, and there are more than 23 plus colleges that we have tied up the MOU with, just to create that awareness about entrepreneurship. Yeah. So this is a list of the MOUs and the things that we have done. Can we move on? This is not working. I think you can play that. Okay. So likewise, we are here today to guide you about Saturday Club. We are also going to talk about a lot of different aspects into entrepreneurship. What should be the mindset of an entrepreneur? And what are the things that as an entrepreneur, the basic things that you should first look at before even you start getting into becoming an entrepreneur. So these are the MOUs. So why I'm sharing this with you is because you should get an understanding about the voluminous work that Saturday Club Global Trust has been doing till date, the past 7-8 years now, about entrepreneurship and helping the youth. So we are not only in India, but we have also spread our wings into Dubai as well, and now into Mauritius soon. So there are a lot of opportunities. There's an elite club as well in Saturday Club. So what we provide is we plan to provide, the guidance from the elite members. Now, who are these elite members? Now, this elite club is somebody who has 100 crore, 200 crore, 500 crore companies. They're running for years together. And a guidance from them will definitely give you that vision or that exposure, what exactly you can do as an individual if you really want to look at a particular idea generation, or likewise you said an idea, and that how it needs to be executed. So that is how one needs to go about. So we are there in Dhule, Sangli, Satara, Karad, Jalgaon, in Western region, as I already mentioned, in Central region, completely Navi Mumbai, Mumbai, Thane, all these areas. We are also in Kolhapur, Pune. These are the places that we are spread in Amravati, Nagpur, in Konkan. We are also starting up we're spreading our wings in Goa as well. So the opportunities are immense if you want to really get into business. So what is today's real problem in India? Can anybody share? What is today's real problem in India? Sorry? Can you be a bit louder, please? Investment. More than that. Sorry? Lack of opportunity. What else? Lack of funds, really? Lack of knowledge. What else? Sorry? Louder, please. Absolutely. Unemployment. Why? Why? Because there are lack of industries. And that there is lack of practical knowledge, lack of skill that is needed. And this is exactly why we are here today. And this is what we are going to talk about, that how we can bridge that gap. And SCGT is primarily doing that, trying to bridge that gap by getting you guys into more of practical knowledge, helping you with the more practical knowledge. And so we can also, so for all of you, with the permission of our region head sitting here, we can always invite you, or we can rather have one cluster meeting here with our entrepreneurs in Daisar, Borivali, Kandivali, to help you guide about, or rather have a meeting. You can see the format of the meeting that we conduct. So we conduct every fortnightly a meeting where there is a proper protocol, a format which is followed. And we can have that here also with the permission of director, madam, and father. And through this, the advantage here would be that you all will get an exposure to the kind of business networking. So because the more you network with people, the more you get visible to people, the more you talk about what your plans are, people are not going to know. If you remain in silos or if you keep your plans to yourself, nobody's going to come to know about it. If you come together, so our focus is more on collaborating and not competing with each other. So we have different varied entrepreneurs, but we have people from the same departments as well working together in collaboration. So there's people from the real estates to be working together. There are people from the finance side working together and generating businesses for each other. There are people from the education field. There are people from the HR field. There are people from the product industry, the manufacturing industry, who are working together and in collaboration. So when you work together, the businesses run between yourselves and you grow faster. And thereby, when you collaborate, you're able to build up a larger organization, thereby giving employment opportunities to more and more people. Yeah, and that's the focus. So this was all about Saturday Club Global Trust. So quickly now, let's look at what should be the mindset of an entrepreneur. ये तो सैटरडे क्लब के बारे में आपको समझा. Did you get a clear understanding? Somewhat understanding, because it is not easy to understand in just 10 minutes, 15 minutes time. But something about what is Saturday Club Global Trust doing? Yeah. Okay. Now I would like to ask you guys, what should be the mindset of an entrepreneur? Shout out. क्या होना चाहिए माइंडसेट? अभी तो आपने बताया, ठीक है, एम्प्लॉयमेंट का इशू है, स्किल का इशू है, फाइनेंस का इशू है. एंटरप्रेन्योर का माइंडसेट क्या होना चाहिए? या नो टेकर्स? चलो, आई स्टार्ट विद अ स्टोरी. कहानी सुनना अच्छी लगती है सबको? अच्छी लगती है? We've been listening to stories from our childhood, right? Okay, great. So this was an entrepreneur once. I think most of you might have heard this story also. Never mind. Listen it from a different perspective. He wanted to open a shoe factory. इस कहानी सुनी है किसी ने? सुनी है? चलो, good. I'm safe. Okay. He wanted to open a shoe factory. Now he calls his salesman. He tells them, अरे ये विलेज है, यहाँ पे जाके ना हमको शू फैक्ट्री ओपन करनी है. So said, fine, we'll open the shoe factory. So he sends his Mohan, sales guy, to this shoe factory. Now this guy goes there, visits it, and sees, and then finally comes to the boss, running, crying, boss, कहाँ पे भेज दिया आपने? कुछ भी नहीं है वहां पे, कोई चप्पल पहनता ही नहीं है, शू पहनता ही नहीं है, क्या है? कैसे अपनी फैक्ट्री चलेगी? Not possible. The boss said, okay, fine. Then he sends Rohan, another sales guy. Now this guy comes running to the boss and tells, what an opportunity, boss, कोई वहां पे चप्पल ही नहीं पहनता है. बच्चों से लेके बूढ़ों तक सभी को हम चप्पल पहना सकते. Okay? Can anybody now tell me what is the difference? Huh? Positive mindset or if you change the look, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. It's just a matter of your attitude, soch. Okay. So my question here to you guys is, do you want to have your own startup? How many of you want to have your own startup? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. 9, 10. Crowd is 120, right? 120 में से 10% भी नहीं है. Huh? See the opportunity. 8 of you guys, you have a lot of opportunity to employ them, okay? The rest of you, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, guys? इंडिया में रहोगे, अब्रॉड में जाओगे? So, चलो, जिन्होंने हाथ खड़े किए, बेनिफिट क्या होगा if you become an entrepreneur? सोसाइटी को बेनिफिट क्या है? You raised your hands, right? Who raised your hands? Please. हाँ, बताओ. What is that you want to, I mean, what startup do you want to get into? Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. My question here is, what will be the benefit to the society if you become an entrepreneur? Yes?
We can create employment, man. We can develop the society.
Absolutely. Yes, anybody else? Yes? हाथ जिन्होंने खड़े किए, प्लीज आंसर दीजिए. Absolutely. So made in India, make in India concept. Great. Wonderful. What else? Yeah? Think, guys, think. We don't have to stick now only in the theoretical or the conceptual concepts se bahar aao abhi. Today is the right day. It's an orientation day for you guys. थोड़ी सोच बदलने की जरूरत है हमें सभी को. So any business that we want to start with, we need to have, of course, these are the prominent benefit. This is the byproduct. By default आते हैं ये कि सब खुद को happy हो जाते हैं. We're not dependent. We're self-satisfied, and then we provide employment. We do it for profits. So that is a byproduct. But more than that, so this is a famous quote by the founder of Saturday Club Global Trust. So I am very inspired by this particular line: passion in the heart and fire in the belly. So if you have passion for achieving something, doing something, giving away something for the society, वो फायर बेली में होना भी चाहिए. बिजनेस अगर करना है तो, एंड वो हार्डवर्क भी उतना ही होना चाहिए, राइट? सो जस्ट टू शेयर एन एग्जाम्पल विथ यू, what is So to start up with the mindset of an entrepreneur, सबसे important चीज है कि आपका mission clear होना चाहिए. You need to have that clarity in life. You need to have certain goals set in life. What is the mission? You need to understand. So likewise, she said she wants to join her father's business into import-export. I'm sure your father must be having a mission and a vision statement. Why he is doing it. Now, it's a request to you, go back to the office and check what is the mission and the vision statement and why did your father get into that business. You'll probably get a more wider angle to why he started off his business. Yeah. So when we started off our business, our mission was clear: to develop sportsmanship mindset amongst youth to create healthy, wealthy globe. So whatever mission we take in life, whatever business we do, we should ensure and see to it that that is going to benefit to the society. It should not be just limiting to profits alone for ourselves. But is it really going to benefit to the society or no? To at large has to be looked at. So likewise, our vision is to be a sports mentor for the Indian Olympics cricket team in the year 2028. So what is more important is cricket abhi tak Olympics mein aaya nahi hai. How many of you are cricket fanatics here? बस इतने ही लड़के ही है लड़कियां नहीं है बिल्कुल भी. What यार, I am women cricketer here and you're telling you're not interested in cricket. IPL you are, okay. So cricket is probably planned to come down in the year 2028, but we are manifesting it today in the year 23 that we would be the sports mentor then. So your vision, your mission, your core values, your goal setting, and the manifestation that you do for your business is extremely important. So these form a part of the mindset of an entrepreneur first. Then the rest of the departments come up. Yeah. And of course, create awareness amongst 1 million families about the various career opportunities in the field of sports. So this is what the mission and vision was with which we started off. And the core values are clarity, passion, dedication, and empathy. So those who just shared that they would want to become an entrepreneur or have their own startup, first define these things for yourself. So we have defined the entire roadmap that where we are today and where we want to see ourselves 10 years down the line. That's how we work. And this was just an example to be shared so that you get a clarity what exactly you should be doing for your own businesses. Yeah. Click on the slide because you moved the video. So the moment you click on that panel, I'm unable to press it here. Click on the slide, right? No, it's not moving. That's right. So now these are some few qualities that you should look at, or you should definitely have these when you want to look up yourself as a startup or an entrepreneur. Visionary, yeah, thinking futuristic, creative, so something which is innovative, like somebody shared, innovation होना चाहिए, idea होना चाहिए, और वो कुछ हटके होगा तो ही उसको market में value standing मिलेगा. We'll understand that from the branding expert here, that how you should market your brand. We have the branding expert for you guys today. We'll be sharing that. Similarly, analytically, you need to assess your business. So what will be the funding that is needed, where you're standing today, what are the budgets, how it should go. These are the qualities that an entrepreneur should have. A continuous learning attitude that an entrepreneur should possess. Risk taking. Yeah. Entrepreneurs are always risk taking. तो ही वो entrepreneur बन सकता है. कितने भी life में failures आए, तब भी he will bounce back. Right? So the risk-taking attitude has to be there. Businesses are never done emotionally. Do you agree to that? Yeah, how many of you agree to that? Everybody nodded here, huh? But हाथ raise करने के लिए सिर्फ 4 हाथ खड़े हो जाते हैं यार, ऐसा क्यों? Entrepreneur has to be confident. How many of you are? हाथ एकदम stretch करो भाई. Okay. You need to have that people management skill. You need to be outgoing. You need to meet up with more and more people. Just can't stick around with your groups. Okay? Thinking out of the box. आप जैसा business करने वाले आपके आजू-बाजू में, surrounding में, there would be 10 different entrepreneurs. How different you are, you need to have a USP created for yourself. Right? And smart work. What do you mean by smart work? Can anybody share? What do you understand by smart work? Yeah? Are you getting what I'm saying? Or it is Latin? Yeah? समझ में आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है बताओ तो मुझे समझेगा ना कि सही जा रहा है नहीं. Yes? Good. So give him a round of applause at least. उसमें भी कंजूसी. Thanks. So smart work means we need to look at certain aspects of delegating things. An entrepreneur needs to understand his or her own potentials first. An entrepreneur should not be doing everything. चलो लॉक भी वही खोलेगा, HR में रिक्रूटमेंट भी वही करेगा, फिर ज्वाइनिंग का फॉर्म भी वही देगा, and then the finances accounts के लिए बैंक में भी वही दौड़ेगा. नहीं होता. Right? So you need to understand your own potential. So if you're excellent at back-end operations, might as well focus on that. Front-end operations, you can hire people. Yeah, you can hire experts for that. If you're excellent in marketing, might as well focus on that area, do more and more networking and get in visibility for your business, and somebody else manages the entire back-end operations for you, right? That is what the focus has to be. That is smart work, not doing everything by your own, but delegating things to the appropriate people. Right, Gayatri? Yeah, thank you. क्या है ना भूल ही रहे हैं. पीछे जाओ. Go back. And yes, if you're passionate, then and then only come into entrepreneurship. Otherwise, please don't. Because end of the day, you need to enjoy what you're doing. At times, there would be situations where you might not earn profits, right, sir? But if you're passionate, if you are happy enjoying what you're delivering, the patience will automatically come in. Yeah? So that is what you need to look at. So the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. How many of you dream? सपना नहीं आता है किसी को. Very good. Thank you guys so much. Thanks so much. The guys are so supportive here, girls. You're not at all supporting me. Come on, yeah. Okay. Another most important aspect that I would want to touch upon here, I'm not going to spend too much time here because the experts that we're going to have the panel discussion are going to have that in detail with you. But policies there are a lot of different policies. So knowledge of the market is also extremely important. And again, you can hire people for that. There are experts in the market who can give you this guidance as an entrepreneur. So policies for SMEs and MSMEs. So small and medium scale industries. So all these are available in the market, which, can you move please? Thanks. Taxation policies, HR policies, financial planning, comparative analysis. Now, these are the things that from a financial perspective, you need to understand next. Understanding the demand and supply for your services and products and continuous development is something that one needs to be looking at. If you stick around, so how many of you know about what happened with Nokia? Kya hua? Yes, you can share.
It did not update its software and anything. So it wasn't able to meet the people's need and stuff. So it went out of business.
You got a big round of applause. Yeah, thanks. What's your name? Rima. Thank you, Rima. So great. That's what happens when you do not upgrade yourself, upgrade your businesses. And we need to know as entrepreneurs, what do our customers need? Our customer requirements are extremely important for us to understand and accordingly upgrade, upscale our products and services that we are into. And of course, feedback and review in the market. So the feedbacks, the reviews that you get for your products and services for your businesses are extremely critical. And in today's world, with the social media and the digital media world today, we need to have that visible, very, very much visible for our businesses. Next. Okay, wait. So here I will like to share a small perspective before I close. Can you see what is there on the screen? Which is that fish? Goldfish. And what is the size of the goldfish? Sure? Sure? 3 to 4 centimeters, sure? क्यों लिखा है वहां पे इसलिए? पता है? उतना ही रहता है? Next. Okay, wait. Now when I put this goldfish in a pond, okay, the size has increased to 10 to 20 centimeters. Huh? Next. What is this? This is a goldfish in a sea. हमने कभी देखा ही नहीं है इसको, क्योंकि हम इतना ही देखते हैं. Getting what I'm trying to share, the perspective. Next. So the success of the young entrepreneurs will be the key to India's transformation in the new millennium. Who has said this? Number one, company today. Next. Any questions? Any questions? Thank you very much for your time. We'll have the panel discussion soon now. And thanks for your patient listening. And thanks for the interaction and the cooperation. So we'll now quickly have the panel discussion. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable talk. I'm sure we all got to know about SPGT and how it helps young entrepreneurs to come up with their ideas. As she rightly mentioned, ideas shouldn't be kept inside, but they are meant to be executed. She also mentioned how vision, mission, and core values work for any entrepreneur. What are the key aspects, the key values to be an entrepreneur? So, a big round of applause for ma'am. I request Ms. Gauri to introduce our panel members for the panel discussion.
Thank you, Sejal. So our first panel member for the day is Ms. Gayatri Sawan, the co-founder and director of Exertion HR Solutions Private Limited. Ms. Gayatri Sawan holds an MBA in Human Resource Management and has more than 15 years of experience. She has expertise in managing end-to-end HR activities in various companies. The firm is specialized in statutory compliance, payroll outsourcing, and contract staffing. She is a member of the ISF HR community, which is very well known among all the industries. Her goal is to raise awareness about HR and labor law compliance among all the entrepreneurs so that they can avoid legal, financial, and reputational implications as well as public scrutiny. Our next panel member for the day is Mr. Kailash Kandarkar. Mr. Kailash Kandarkar has done his diploma in Industrial Electronics Engineering and holds degree in Bachelor's of Computers and Master's of Business Administration. He holds more than 23 years of expertise in the fields of IT consulting, CTO services, business application, and development. Mr. Kailash has won various awards in his career, such as Koch, Virtual Corporation Award 2010 for robust and scalable IT infrastructure. DataQuest Casebook 2009 for IT business strategy, virtualization, and centralizing core applications. RCOM WDVPN case study, that is Dedicated Wireless Data Card VPN Network. PC Quest Best IT Implementation of the Year 2008, FICCL for QMail and Exchange Coexistence. Our next panel member for the day is Mr. Avinash Madhvi. Mr. Avinash Madhvi is a sales and marketing consultant at FMCG. He is a management graduate with 20 plus years of professional experience in service industry. He provides marketing strategies, looks after setting up distribution channels, launching new verticals, as well as diversification to the sales and marketing consultancy, the SN India Enterprises. He has also worked with companies like Parley Products Limited, Parley Agro, Ram Taxi, Cafe Coffee Day, Park Bakery Tea, and Mangalam Organics Limited. Let's have a big round of applause for all the panel members. Thank you.
Thank you, Gauri. I welcome all the panel members and the delegates present here. I request Dr. Smita Jesudasan to felicitate our panel members. Ms. Gayatri Sawan. Mr. Kailash Kandarkar. Mr. Avinash Madhvi. Thank you, Dr. Smita ma'am. Requesting the moderator, Vaishali Barve ma'am, and the three panelists to be seated on the stage on the topic for the panel discussion on the topic why entrepreneurship. Let us begin with the panel discussion.
So hello guys, can we begin? Thank you so much. So once again, thanks to St. Francis Institute of Management and Research and for organizing this particular session. And I have with me today all the three experts in their own fields, Mr. Avinash, Gayatri, and Kailash. So we will be trying to help you out with the understanding into creativity and innovation, HR, as well as we'll touch upon the branding and management, the marketing of your services and products. So my first question would be to Kailash with regards to any time whenever we start business. The first thing to begin with a business is the idea generation. And so when it comes to idea generation, how should one as a individual go about looking at the creativity aspect or the innovation aspect of this particular idea? So we'll look at that first. Yeah, over to you. So you'll have to first.
So from a idea generation and creativity, I will take this first from technology standpoint. Is there is huge scope for ideas, creativity, but then to start with, it has to you need to be always vigilant, saying that how you're thinking, how you're looking at anything, okay, where you can puts your thoughts, create something innovative. Okay, so that's where is that's ideology, that thinking process. Keep continuously thinking on what can happen. How do I add value? Okay, and get into that creativity mode. So it is nothing like you can create something immediately. You have to keep on thinking. Okay, train your brain. Okay, slowly, steadily, and that's where you will keep that habit and then inculcate how do I make something out of it. So that's something which is a continual improvement and creative thought process which needs to be uh, got into your system as a lifestyle.
Great. Thanks, Kailash. Avinash, if you can share a few thoughts on how should one, so if okay, idea to generate, okay, idea has been generated, now what next? So again, as rightly put forth, that idea generation is a continuous activity. It cannot be just a one-time activity. But how should one look at shortlisting a particular category, whether I should go into this particular category or a particular service category or a product category? What is that we should take into consideration?
Hello everyone.
Before starting answering the question, I would like to say something. At the start of the seminar, I have seen the hand raise for the entrepreneurships were very few. I have a confidence the moment we finish our discussion, I will see more hand raise because basically that is our duty and our passion to motivate the entrepreneurs. In fact, to come into entrepreneurship. See, basically, it's not like that I got up in the morning and say I want to do the business. It doesn't work that way. You need to have some base, you need to have your own interest, you need to have that particular qualifications to start a business. Business is a very simple term. For me, it's a profitable transaction. Whatever you do, it has to be a profitable transaction, and that is called a business. There are various aspects of doing business. Now, if I want to start a business, what should I do? There are basic categories in you can classify your ideas. I am saying you classify your ideas. Suppose if you want to do the business, you have a product, you can have a concept, you can have services. In product, you have options like food, non-food, consumer durable, building material, architecture. There are lots of ways to do the business. But again, I'll come to something like what are you interested in? So to shortlist your stream of business, you should know your strengths and weaknesses. If you do that SWOT analysis, it is called as a SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. So if you're moving on to a particular brand, just do the SWOT analysis and that will give you a fair idea whether you should opt for that business or not. Do you know what is this? Anybody? What I'm holding? Anyone? Yes, it's a Bisleri water. So you recognize this as a brand. So that is a brand. A product recognized is a brand, Bisleri. Do you know anything about Bisleri? Anyone? What is it? Anyone? Okay, don't be afraid. I'm not asking now any questions to you. Bisleri is the first packaged drinking water made available in our country. When it was manufactured first, marketed first, it was costlier than the milk. Are you aware of that? Doctor used to prescribe Bisleri ka pani piyo. Anybody is aware of that? No, great. See, you should also keep on updating your knowledge because to be in a market, you have to upgrade yourself, like a Nokia. What Rima, what's that? Rima has said. Thanks, Rima. So, Bisleri, it's like an, the daring. When you are launching a water which is costlier than milk, the promoters, Mr. Ramesh Chavan, must have thought that. Like, I'm going to launch a product which is costlier than a milk. Can water be costlier than a milk? No, but he took that chance. And now, you know what is the status of Bisleri? Anyone? I'll come to that. It has been acquired by Tata for 7,000 crores. Anyone has idea that Bisleri has been acquired by Tata for 7,000 crores. So the thing is like the idea works, but you should have that backup for the idea. Henry Ford was once asked, what is your weakness? He said, I believe in unbelievable dreams. What he said? I believe in unbelievable dreams. Then he was asked, what is your strength? He said, I have a team of people who can make that unbelievable things into believable. So the greatness comes by this passion, this idea, these thoughts. Now, if you want to start your own business, you have lots of opportunities. You have to just do your SWOT analysis, as I said initially. I'll come to next part in our further discussion.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you.
Great. So one is, of course, deciding the right category. First is identifying the opportunity, then deciding the right category. And as rightly shared by Avinash, it is the SWOT analysis that one needs to look at. But at the same time, how are you going to implement it? That's also something which is important. And for that, what are the kind of resources that you would need to have? So I would now like to ask Gayatri, because human resources is her field. So Gayatri, you're the right person that how we should look at when we want to have our implementation of these ideas and the categories and the SWOT analysis done. What should we do next? How should we go about it?
Hello everyone, and first of all, I really want to thank Vaishali madam to get me for this most neglected subject, HR. Because companies, businesses, entrepreneurs, they want to do branding, they want to do marketing, they want to do sell, they want to manufacturing the things, but they don't know how to do the people management. And madam show one slide that what need to be know by the one entrepreneur. There is one line that people management, which is very, very important, but most neglected area from all the SMEs, companies, corporates and everywhere. So मैम ने एक सवाल पूछा था कि किस किस को entrepreneurs यहाँ पर होना है, बहुत ही कम हाथ ऊपर उठे थे. शायद उसका और एक रीजन हो सकता है कि बहुत लोगों को ये लगता है कि बहुत सारे इन्वेस्टमेंट की जरूरत है तभी हम बिजनेस शुरू कर सकते हैं. बहुत ही गलत और रॉन्ग थिंकिंग है ये. यस, बिकॉज अभी ही मैं एचआर में ऐसे कुछ वर्टिकल्स बता सकती हूँ, वहां पर आपको एक पेनी भी इन्वेस्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बट यू कैन स्टार्ट योर ओन बिजनेस. सो एचआर में बहुत कुछ ऐसा है जहां पर हम करियर कर सकते हैं, बट क्योंकि आज हमें एंटरप्रेन्योर के पॉइंट ऑफ नजरिए से सोचना है, तो एक 3 वर्टिकल्स में पर्पसली यहाँ पर बताना चाहूंगी जहां पर यू कैन स्टार्ट योर ओन बिजनेस विदाउट invest a single penny. A very first vertical is that recruitment agency. काफी सारे कॉर्पोरेट, काफी सारी कंपनीज होती है जिन्हें पीपल मैनेजमेंट नहीं आती है. एक्चुअली एक कॉम्प्लेक्स वाला ये है, वो पार्ट है. तो व्हाट दे प्रीफर, दे आउटसोर्स इट. वो एक एजेंसी हायर कर लेते हैं, एजेंसी को बोल देते हैं कि हमारे को ये रिक्वायरमेंट है, ये जेडी है और इस टाइप के पर्सन हमें ये पोजीशन के लिए चाहिए. तो व्हाट दोज रिक्रूटमेंट एजेंसी डज, वो पूरा जो स्क्रीनिंग होता है, शॉर्टलिस्टिंग होता है, इंटरव्यूज होता है, ये सारे प्रोसेस करके पर्सन को कंपनी में प्लेस कर देते हैं. दैट इज द फर्स्ट एरिया. सेकेंड, स्टाफिंग बिजनेस, एंड द थर्ड वन इज लेबर लॉ कंसल्टेंसी. सो ये 3 एचआर के बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट वर्टिकल्स है जहां पर आप विदाउट किसी इन्वेस्टमेंट के बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं.
Thank you, Gayatri. Now, when you spoke about HR, the most important aspect here is that human resource तो आ गया, लेकिन अभी टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट भी उतनी ही आई है. So now there is a fear always with the employee, in the minds of the employees, of getting displaced or replaced, if I would use that word, yeah, with the technology. So how should one, as an entrepreneur, it's a challenge. As rightly said by Gayatri, people management is a skill, but at the same time, these are the challenges as an entrepreneur needs to face. So, Kailash, I would like to ask you here, what would you share here? What should be the thought of the entrepreneur here?
Yes, actually, it is legitimate statement saying that with technology coming in, which is beneficial and something which is, optimizing the overall work or operations. Okay, it is equally threatening when it comes to the job market. And that's where most of the people will be thinking of now that the technology is coming in, automation is coming in, AI technologies are coming in. There will be a displacement in job. Okay. But then it is not the fact. Point here is you need to be continuously looking at how do I reskill yourself or how do I upskill. Okay. That is something which you should look at. Look at something where you can work on a niche thing or something which is harder to automate. Okay. So basically what technology will come in, okay, and replace the some activities which are process driven or something which are in sequential manner. So that is something which can be replaced by automation, or to the matter AI which is coming in, or to the matter generative AI which is coming in. But your expertise when it comes to human interventions is required. That is something which is tough, which is hard, and that's where you have to look at. So it is something which you yourself need to elevate yourself by being in the process of reskilling and upskilling yourself. Okay, so the intellectual level actually will increase instead of looking at ये मैं ऐसा कर रहा हूँ, मैं ऐसा करते रहूंगा lifetime. No, that will not. That will actually lose you. I mean, your job or something like it. Yeah, and see, one is the solution is reskilling and upskilling. Second is the job market, the recruitment agencies or recruitment cells. Okay, or a platform which is created, something like Saturday Club. Okay, that's where there are opportunities which you get inside, look at, okay, my expertise is this. How do I, get into an entrepreneurial skill set? You get a lot of entrepreneurs within the team, within the group. That's where you can get idea, your ideation can happen there. You can create something with your existing skill set. Okay, so that platform needs to be there. The third option or the third approach is looking at the parallel income. Now, what parallel income is something which you need to investigate. A lot of things like shares are there. There is something which you can give as a service to industry apart from what your mainstream business. So there are some these things you should actually focus upon. Okay, where in your future.
Great, great. Thanks, Kailash. Kailash just spoke about the market segment. Okay. So, Kailash, while you shared about the market segment, here obviously people here would want to get into the employment. Some might start their own startups. So, Avinash, my question to you now is that how should one look at a sustainable business? So what is there something which is a concept known as sustainable business? ऐसा कुछ होता है, और अगर है तो उसकी शुरुआत कैसे होनी चाहिए? What should be the thought and what they should look at?
Sustainable business. I don't agree to this term. If you want to do the sustainable business, why are you becoming an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur should have a vision, and sky should be the limit. See, basically, as Mr. Kailash has just said, like automation is improving the effectivity of an organization. At the same time, it could be the displacement of the job. So, do you want to live under that fear that one day my job will go? So, why not better to become an entrepreneur and give jobs to others and increase your effectivity?
Very true.
See, basically, why we are studying, why we are taking experience. The ultimate aim to earn money, right? And to enjoy that money and satisfaction. When I used to interview people, they will say, like, why are you leaving your previous job? Said there was no job satisfaction. So he was rejected on the spot. Job satisfaction is directly proportionate with the money you earn and the kind of way you are enjoying that job. That is the way
Absolutely.
the job is done. Now, as we were talking about market segment, when we touched that topic, I would like to elaborate something more on that. See, basically, there are two types of market you can say. One is a class and another is a mass. So your classification starts with basic thing. I am targeting a class or I'm targeting the mass. If I talk about the soft drink industry, beverages that comprises of tea, coffee, everything. So what could be the class like the energy drink or what could be the mass? Thumbs up, Pepsi, Coca-Cola. Because the ratio of consumption of energy drink is around 2 to 3% of entire beverage industry. So you are targeting the class, but the value is equivalent to half of the soft drinks because the value of energy drink is much higher than normal soft drinks. So basically, you have to decide what you are targeting. You are targeting a class or a mass. Again, you have like choice, as I already said, like if you want to go for a product, if you want to go for a concept, if you want to go for the services, everything is possible now where you can start your own business. And as Gayatri ma'am has just said, like, there are many businesses where you don't require a single penny to start that business. Mergers, acquisitions are like there opportunities where you can grab on. You don't have to every time start with a new. You can do acquire some business if you want to acquire the business, if you want to do the business, or you can get yourself merged with any company where you can have a profitable transaction. That is called business. Now, how to brand your product? I think everybody knows Dairy Milk. How many of you know Dairy Milk? Oh, I think that is the first time I have seen the hand raise. Thank you. The perception of Dairy Milk around 10 years back was it is for the kids. Am I right or wrong? Now, in last few years, it has been branded as a product for all age groups. Am I right or wrong? It like now Rakhi is coming, right? So I remember that was the first time it has been brand like instead of taking a sweets or gifting some sweet to your sister, you can give that celebration pack. You know what is the business of celebration pack? Anybody has idea? 3 festivals, Rakhi, Diwali, and Dasera. They contribute almost 60% of entire dairy milk sale in the form of celebration pack. So the branding, see, this is what a branding. I've come to branding already. So now, like, what is a branding? It is your perception looking at for particular product. When
So,
as a
Avinash, I would like to interrupt here. So before going to branding, if you can just touch base upon how one should decide the market segment or the target customer. Because those who want to get into the startup area, they should know the target customer, how they should look at that aspect or define that.
it is totally on your product, what product you are selecting. You should select the product based on the target customer. We have like age group factors where you can categorize that market. First segment I said you can go for food, non-food. You have products, services. These are some factors we can shortlist. You can filter. You know, when you do online shopping, you have filters. You have cost, low to high, high to low. Then you have brands. You have male, female. So like when you apply these particular parameters, ultimately you will zero into your particular category or particular product. For that, you have to know your SWOT analysis. You have to do your SWOT analysis. If my strength is somewhere else, and if I do the wrong filtration, I will land up at the wrong product. Now, it is all depend on the market segment what you are targeting on. As we were talking about Bisleri, I was talking about a dairy milk. These are the products were been for all age groups, right? But there are few products which are selected for certain age group, which you cannot promote, right? You know, adult diapers, can you promote that to teenagers? Can you? So if you see the ad of adult diapers, you will always find a 50 plus, 60 plus person. So when you come to your product, you have to identify the market segment, the age segment you are targeting on.
Right, very true. And I think we need to also, as entrepreneurs, look at the value propositions that we give away from that particular. And one is the user and the customer. So those aspects are also important. So the customer can be different, the user will be different in these aspects.
Absolutely.
So, Gayatri, now for all this we need manpower. Yeah. And so what we understand as laymen, I also consider myself as layman because if we look at these aspects, then when it comes to HR, we know वो recruitment, staffing, सब कुछ एक ही है हमारे लिए. So if you can share about what exactly recruitment is, and rather firstly, is there a difference between recruiting and staffing?
Yes, there is a difference.
So is it?
Yes.
So because we were under the impression that staffing मतलब recruitment हो गया and staffing हो गया उसका.
Yes, I can understand that.
So if you can share some thoughts on that, please.
Yes, sure. So it's okay. I mean, एक layman के लिए recruitment and staffing एक ही हो गया. I can understand that. उसमें कुछ बहुत minor फर्क है. Recruitment agencies जो रहती हैं वो अपने client के लिए people place करते हैं. जहाँ पर जो employees होते हैं वो उनके client के payroll पे होते हैं. Now what is payroll? अब आपको as a layman ये भी question आएगा कि payroll क्या होता है. तो payroll ये होता है कि हमें हमारी जो सैलरीज मिलती है उसका एक जगह पे कैलकुलेशन भी होता है एक पर्टिकुलर तरीके से, और वो पर्टिकुलर तरीके से कैलकुलेशन होने के बाद हमें हमारी वो सैलरी मिलती है, राइट. तो रिक्रूटमेंट एजेंसीज क्या करती है, जब उन्हें उनके क्लाइंट से कोई भी ओपनिंग आती है तो वो उसकी एडवर्टाइजमेंट करते हैं, कैंडिडेट शॉर्टलिस्ट करते हैं, कैंडिडेट शॉर्टलिस्ट करके कंपनी में इंटरव्यू के लिए भेजते हैं, कंपनी उन्हें फाइनलाइज कर लेती है एक पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन के लिए, वहां पर रिक्रूटमेंट एजेंसी का काम खत्म हो जाता है. वन टाइम बिजनेस प्रोसेस हम उसे कह सकते हैं. वेयर ऑन द अदर हैंड द स्टाफिंग कंपनी का जो स्टार्टिंग का रोल होता है दैट इज वेरी मच सिमिलर टू रिक्रूटमेंट एजेंसीज, बट वहां पर ये सारी प्रोसेस जो रिक्रूटमेंट की सारी प्रोसेस करने के बाद जब एम्प्लॉय प्लेस होता है तो वो क्लाइंट के पेरोल पे प्लेस नहीं होता है, वो मेरी कंपनी के पेरोल पे प्लेस होता है. फॉर एग्जांपल, आई एम ए स्टाफिंग कंपनी, मैडम इज बी माय क्लाइंट. उन्होंने मुझे एक रिक्वायरमेंट दी है कि मुझे इस तरीके का एम्प्लॉय चाहिए. आई विल फाइंड आउट द एम्प्लॉय, बट द एम्प्लॉय विल बी ऑन माय पेरोल, only working for my client.
That's like something like outsource.
Yes. So my company is called as a contract staffing company or third party payroll company. Yes. So that is the difference. Only recruitment agency is a one time business process, and whereas the staffing company is recurring business process.
Oh, great. That's wonderful. Thanks, Gayatri, for that. So, during the last couple of years, we saw a lot of issues with regards to pandemic scenarios. So there were the environmental issues that came up, climatic conditions that went down, and there were a lot of issues with regards to the people management, or a lot of people losing their jobs as well. So, Kailash, my question to you here is that how can technology be used to combat the environmental issues or the climatic changes, the resource depletion? And in such scenarios, what are the things that an entrepreneur should keep in mind?
Okay, so this is very important and sensitive question. Okay, from the current and the future aspect of human life and nature is, and we have to continuously look at when it comes to sustainability. the resource utilization and the climatic conditions. So that's where we need to focus on renewable. I mean, no, the source of reducing this footprint. Okay, because greenhouse emission is the critical or a sensitive element now. So to reduce the greenhouse emission. Okay, and that's where the you must have heard about the EV automobiles and all, they are coming up. The reason is this, okay? And that's where we can look at a renewable energy source like solar, wind, um, uh, and solar, wind, there are water, hydroelectric sources. So these and because of the technology, it is furthermore refined when it comes to the advancement. Earlier it was in the niche phase, but now it has advanced, and that's where we need to adopt the renewable source of energy. Okay, reducing all this. One is the greenhouse emission, and second is the use of fossil fuel, which is now a very critical element to think of. So this is something which is a critical element to look at.
Great, thanks Kailash for that. Avinash, now if you can share a few thoughts on as a startup, basically, how should I decide the pricing of my product? What are the aspects that I should be looking at?
It's a very vast subject, basically.
Yeah, I know. It's a challenge for you to cover it in this group.
Yeah, I'll try my level best. I need a one full lecture for this, basically. Pricing is the most important factor to promote your brand. If something goes wrong with it, you are out of the market. Luckily, if you are doing business, you have selected a category which is already existed in the market. Then you have some comparison where you can, brand your product. You can position your product, not brand. You can position a product. This is called brand positioning, basically. See, I would like to give some example. That will be very easy to you also understand and me to explain very fast. I have launched Wagh Bakri tea in Maharashtra. And it's a Gujarat-based company, Ahmedabad, #1 company in Ahmedabad. But not in entire Gujarat. In South Gujarat, there is another brand called Jivraj, which is #1 in Surat, basically. So when Wagh Bakri came to Mumbai, Maharashtra market, we did a lot of survey. Survey was in terms of quality and in terms of pricing. When we launched Wagh Bakri tea, our main competitor in Mumbai was Society Tea, which is a market leader. Still, it is a market leader in Mumbai. But for your knowledge, I'm just sharing with you, in Maharashtra, there are 6-7 brands who are doing handsome business in their local territories. So for us, society is a god. Actually, that is not a case. If you go out of Mumbai, Pune, you will find society, and in Konkan belt. If you go to Nasik, you have a brand called Sapat Tea. If you go to Sangli, there is a brand called GS. If you go to Kolhapur, there is a brand called HP. Everyone is doing 300-400 tons of business per month, which is very handsome. Now, when Wagh Bakri was launched in Maharashtra, we categorized the tea market. The one segment is like a cheaper segment, economical segment. So we launched Milli tea. But the highest segment, that is called popular segment, which Society Tea falls in. So we launched Wagh Bakri Perfect. And the premium segment, we compete with Taj Mahal Tea. The brand name was Good Morning. So now, if you have to see the opportunity, as I have already said, like you have to target the class or you have to target the mass. If you want to sustain the business, you have to target the mass. The popular category contributes around 80% of the tea industry, tea business. So why are you struggling for 5 to 10 business of premium tea or 10% of 10 to 15% of economic tea? So first brand we launched in Maharashtra was a Wagh Bakri tea, which falls under a popular category. So this is one of the way you can position your brand. If your pricing factor is very much essential. When society tea was selling at 200 rupees a kg that time, I could not have launched Wagh Bakri tea as 250 rupees kg. So we have to do that price comparison with society, Girnar, and we launched Wagh Bakri tea in the same range of product. So I was not out of the way. I was in the way. And it was very easy for us to make the placement of our product. Whatever product you make, when brand gets established, is on a repeat orders. Please understand that you are into product, you are into service, or you're into concept. It has to be the repeat. So you need to have a proper quality, you need to have a proper pricing as well as a proper packaging. Packaging is as important as like a pricing. People should feel like looking at your brand, picking up your brand, use your brand. And if your quality is perfect, you are going to get the repeat order. I'll just share some statistics with you. We launched in, I think, 2009 something, Wagh Bakri tea at starting from 5 tons. That is a 5,000 kgs. When I left, we were doing 150,000 kgs of business. That is 150 tons. So you can understand if we have a right strategy mix, right pricing, right packaging, right positioning, you can take a good share of the market. See, when I'm talking about 150,000 kg, it is not like these are the new customers came into Mumbai or Maharashtra to drink a tea. But we have taken a share from some other established brand who was already doing the business.
तो जो दिखता है वो बिकता है.
That is the bottom line.
Bottom line, understood. So in these large companies, there are a lot of policies, procedures that one needs to follow. So Gayatri, my question is for you that as an entrepreneur, how do these large companies or manufacturers or service providers look at their labor policy and the compliances? What exactly they need to look at? If you can share some, I know this is again a vast topic, it cannot be covered in just 2 minutes or 5 minutes. But yes, your thoughts on this.
See, I am a labor law consultant. So as per my observation, most of the time, as I said, starting of my speech, that most neglected area. So many times when new entrepreneurs start their business, they concentrate on finances because CA is there. They concentrate on marketing because marketing consultant is there. They concentrate on sales because sales team is there. They concentrate on manufacturing because they want to expand their business. But they don't concentrate on the legalities which are related to HR and labor laws, which is very, very crucial and very, very important part. Why this has happened? This has happened because maybe they intentionally avoid it, or maybe it is an unawareness for them that how big or how important that HR part is. So I just want to suggest, first of all, that whenever you are going to start your business, you should have a basic knowledge of in future that what legalities I have to face related to labor laws, related to HR. I just want to give one example over here. In 2020, one brand has come up. I don't want to take the name of that brand. It is a food brand. They have started in 2020 and they get a superb response from the public. They just expand like a hell. They concentrate on everything. And after 2 years, they have decided to expand their business. For that, they need investment. There are 4 investors who are ready to invest. But then they ask that while the due diligence is happening, they have asked that show me all the compliances part. They didn't do a single compliance towards the labor law. And the thing is that the 4 investors have denied to invest in their company. So now you can understand how HR labor law compliance is an important part if you want to expand your business. Yes. So I think whenever you are going to start your business, you should take the knowledge of basic compliances, which compliances are applicable to start your business, which registrations are applicable to your business, and if you are not going to do it, what are the exactly that you need to face in future.
True, very true, Gayatri. So, Kailash, I would like to ask you here that as per your expertise and knowledge in the technology field, uh, what do you think is most in demand and could be a successful career from a technology perspective or demand perspective? That our students can here understand that aspect and get into that particular business and वो successful journey पे लग जाते हैं.
So, when it comes to technology and various different flavors of technology, the sky is the limit. So in technology, I mean, technology is something which can be explored in any vertical and any venture. In fact, it is equally important in education industry. That's where in your vision statement also it is techno managerial. The reason why technology is important is using technology. Why technology is there? I mean, why technology is there? One is to automate, and one second is to innovate, and you get the chance doing that using technology as a platform. Okay, so as a technology, I mean there are right now which is happening in industry and something which is in demand is artificial intelligence, AI and ML. Okay, and then you have generative AI. I mean, something which is as a product, you might be mapping it to Chat GPT. So now Chat GPT is matlab AI. That's not the case. Chat GPT is just the product. Okay, there are various different products. Now Chat GPT relates to the textual information you want. Okay, and it gives you, articulates it and gives it back to you. But then, I mean, no, this is something just last topic, and that's where I'm taking time because you guys, when it is a managerial aspect, or even some might be from technology background and doing managerial this thing studies, and then getting into pure play as an entrepreneur. Okay, start with a startup of technology, or somebody who is not from technology, but however, they can get into something which is a joint venture or just as an ideation processing that ये process में automate कर सकता हूँ, and that's where technology to onboard. So when it comes to artificial intelligence, and now the ML piece is there, which is machine learning, the IoT, which is Internet of Things. You might have heard, might have not heard, but in simple case, even if it is manufacturing unit, okay, there are wear and tears. So the data can be pulled in, okay, can be worked on as a machine learning information, okay, put into the artificial intelligence engine and give back to you. Okay, that's where the you can get the artifacts saying that what's happening and how do I further work on it from a business standpoint, saying where my business is going. So that's where data analytics as a second stream, which I will propose, will come in play, data science or data analytics. Okay, so collecting data from various different sources, whichever or vertical it is, collecting data. But then what is the point of just collecting the data? So there needs a system, there needs the engine which works on that automatically. Earlier, we used to put everything into Excel, okay, and put our logic and work out saying that okay, मेरा ये साल में इतना हो गया, ये साल में इतना हो गया, ये साल में इतना हो गया, ये साल में कम हो गया. But then all that goes is your effort, time, and intelligence. Okay, resources. How do I put everything in an automated mode and get the reports and the insights of where my company is going to from two different things. One from pure play, the technology expenses. Second is how do I'm reaching to my mission to start with. Okay, कि मेरा revenue generation ये था, ये expectations था, and where I'm going to, what corrections I need to do, and that's where you can bring in back to your business strategy, and in case required, change the strategy, because strategy is something which needs to be kept changing based on the market inputs you keep on collecting. For market inputs now, okay, there is something which is again data insights will work. So this is, I mean, something which I had mentioned about data insights. The third category is data centers. So for all the applications now, you all might be having smartphones, right? Everybody must be having smartphone. Anybody not using smartphone? Anybody, raise your hands, please. So now all these applications actually generate data and it goes back to the data center. Okay. Now you might be having at least a couple of bank accounts now, right? So if you are doing transaction, it's taking time. What you do normally? You close that and open another bank account and do the transaction. It's done, right? And your one particular activity is over. So that's where data centers in India, to start with just India, is very very less. And there are data centers which will come in India, not only from the banking. I just gave you an example, but there are gaming. So there are many of the people who are into gaming, and what exactly gaming needs nowadays is responsiveness. If the data is traveling all across the hops, okay, and to the when something which is data center hosted in Delhi, it takes time to to go there, process, and come back. So that's where there will be a lot of data centers which will be putting in. I am part of one of the national planning team of data centers for India, and that's where I can see there is potential in data centers. I mean, expertise in data centers. So this is the fourth element, and apart from that, there are a lot many other verticals. But then it is a list of.
So data analysis, it just reminds me about one of our students whom we counseled. He was extremely passionate about football. He was a district footballer, and then he completed his BSc data analytics. And apparently he wanted to play football as well, and he wanted to pursue his further education. So we assist him and then counseled him. He then went to do his MS in sports analytics to Loughborough University, UK. So we helped him out with all those admission process. And today he is working on the panel of as an employee of a UK-based company as a sports analyst for cricketers in India. So he is on the role of the UK-based company. So these are the opportunities that are also available. So somebody from the IT field can get a combination into sports and do a lot of different, come out with a lot of different opportunities for oneself in the field of entrepreneurship as well.
Yeah. So I want to add here when ma'am spoke about the sport. So in sports there is genomics, okay, genes-based analysis. If anybody is aware of, so it actually helps you go back to your genes and check what type of recovery methods or recovery is possible, okay, for that particular genes based history. And the genomics used to do that, okay, doctors used to do that activity, and it used to take two months for just analysis, because there are a lot of patterns which needs to be superimposed, okay, and then arrive on saying that this is what the recovery structure looks like, and what type of medication, what type of physiotherapy can be applied. And this particular thing has been accelerated by technology, which is the supercomputers which are used, and the overall analytics methodology can be used and brought down to 1 day. So from 2 months to 1 day, somebody who is going through the injury, okay, and for his recovery, if he gets it on the second day and gets recovery pattern and medication immediately, he can actually recover in the rest of the 89 days. I'm just giving that example.
Super. Thanks so much for that. Okay, so Avinash, I would now request you to share one takeaway in the branding marketing field that our students should gain from the panel discussion today.
What is the question? Vaishali ma'am asked, who is an entrepreneur, right? So now tell me one thing. Have you seen chai ka tapri wala? Anyone has seen? जो टपरी पे चाय बेचता है? How many of you seen? Oh, great. Is he an entrepreneur? Lovely. That actually solves my major thing I wanted to explain to you. See, if you want to be a self-employed, an entrepreneur, you don't require huge investment. You need to have a good idea. I am a marketing consultant. I don't have any product. So I don't have any manufacturing plant. Do I have? No, not required. Again, if you want to get into manufacturing also, you don't have to have your own plant. There are companies who do white labeling. White labeling is mean job manufacturing. So you can get your product, get job manufactured over there, and you can market with your own style. So your investment in such category is very minimal. So money is not an issue. In fact, in Saturday Club is a platform where you get all kind of a mentorship, all kind of a. You just think of an idea, and we have a solution in Saturday Club. We have Mr. Ram Nirutta sitting here who is giving loans for businesses. So if you have any idea, you can always approach him. He can help you out. We have automation. We have legals. Any business you want to start, you should have your necessary compliances. What Gayatri ma'am already told you. See, entrepreneurship is not that easy and not difficult also. Whenever you feel dark all around you, just think you're not been buried, but you have been planted. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, Avinash, for the wonderful food. Gayatri, you can share.
Yes, definitely. So I think you all should now जैसे फर्स्ट वैशाली मैम ने पूछा था कितने लोग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स बनना चाहते हैं, तो मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि अब हम यहाँ पर उसी मोटिव से आए हैं कि हम आपको एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के लिए पुश कर पाए, या तो आपके दिमाग में शायद वो कहीं पर भी किसी ने बात डाली ही नहीं है कि हम भी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप बन सकते हैं। तो उसी चीज के लिए आज हम यहाँ पर हैं ताकि आप अपना माइंडसेट चेंज करें। एंड सेकेंड थिंग इज दैट कि SCGT जैसे सर ने भी अभी कहा, मैं फिर से वो बात दोहराऊंगी, SCGT is a really very good platform for us also who are well establishment and for the entrepreneurs who are just starting their business, because when you all are starting your businesses, lack of guidance is there. तो वो गाइडेंस जो है वो ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म पे हमें बहुत अच्छी तरह मिल सकते हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ पर n number of different businesses are there who have been already gone through with that starting stage. तो डेफिनेटली उन सबके जो एक्सपीरियंसेस है वो हमें कहीं ना कहीं काम आते हैं, और जो न्यू एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के लिए एक जो गाइडेंस रहता है, प्रॉपर गाइडेंस, वो हमें ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म से, SCGT जैसे प्लेटफॉर्म से मिलने में बहुत मदद होती है। थैंक यू।
Thanks, Gayatri. Kailash.
So I would like to say this to everyone. In fact, you are fortunate that you are getting this type of forum and the platform where you are getting exposed to the team or the organization like SCGT, okay, where you can actually express. Okay, now this expression is about what you want to do. Okay, if it is an entrepreneurial approach. Okay, and you get, as Mr. Avinash said, the mentors. I mean, whichever field, whichever vertical you want to explore, there are mentors. Okay, right from finance to foundation to planning, to specific vertical advisory. Okay, and approach as well. Okay, so all these resources are available in SCGT. And you are really fortunate that you are at least exposed to. I mean, when I was there, I know I used to struggle saying that, okay, who is going to give, who can give me this, who can actually advise me on I just know HR, but what about this? What about legal compliance? So there are a lot of things which you can get exposed to when you connect with this type of network, okay, which is business focused network. So very, very, very critical that you connect with, take the mentorship, okay, take the advice from respective resource who is well established in that particular vertical.
Thank you, Kailash. Thanks once again. So we are open to question answers if you have any. Anybody? Or else you can get in touch with us on a one-to-one basis and then we can address those. So I once again, on behalf of Saturday Club Global Trust and the dignitaries available here today, thank the St. Francis Institute of Management and Research for having this wonderful orientation session for the students. And I also thank Director Madam and of course Rosie Madam, who has been very kind enough for organizing these sessions for you guys. So thank you very much for patiently listening to us and hearing our thoughts. Hope we have added some value to your lives today. Yeah? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Kailash, Gayatri, and Avinash, and thanks the management of St. Francis Management Institute.
Thank you for bearing us.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of St. Francis Institute of Management and Research, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for joining us today and making the program and the panel discussion a resounding success. This event has been an insightful exchange of ideas, perspectives, and experiences that have enriched our understanding of the topic, the mindset of an entrepreneur. I would like to express a sincere appreciation to our esteemed panelists for generously sharing their expertise and knowledge with us. Your thought-provoking insights and thoughtful responses have provided valuable insights into the complexities of the topic. We are also deeply grateful to the moderator who skillfully guided the discussion, ensuring that it remained informative, respectful, and engaging throughout. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our chairman brother, Alphonse Nasamini, Director, Dr. Shalini Sinha, and Deputy Director, Dr. G. Ramesh, for facilitating this platform. I also thank the IIC faculty team, Professor Rosie Murray, Dr. Smita Jesudasu, Professor Akhilesh Yadav, Professor Reena Lachia, Professor Ashley, Professor Sujata, and the maintenance team of Anthony Sir, the IT team of Prakash Sir and Dr. Arul Sir, Swami Sir, and all the faculty of the SFIMAR family. Lastly, I sincerely thank you, our dear attendees, for your enthusiastic participation throughout the event. Your presence and active involvement have made this event a successful, and I hope you found it informative and enjoyable. Thank you. There is one announcement. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. This announcement is a bit apart from today's event right now. It is regarding the Multicultural Day, which we are going to do on 30th of August, 30. Okay. So we have been a bit twisting this event. It's not like a cultural day, what you are doing in your undergraduate college. Okay. Some things we have planned, and just I want to elaborate it with you all so that you make a team accordingly. The theme is clear to you all. It's a Multicultural Day of India. So you have to represent one state. Okay. Now here representing a state will be in the group. You have to make a group of 10 of you among yours. and you have to give the entry to us. I have made a spreadsheet. Bhavna, can you help me out? I will share the spreadsheet to you. You just take entries from them. Okay? Yeah. Bhavna, please send up so they can come to us. You have to give the entries to Bhavna here. Okay? And thing are that you can, we also have a one short competition on that. Whole group will represent themselves as one state. Okay, and you have to represent any activity based on that state. It can be a dance, it can be a song, it can be a folk song of that state, or it can be a food. You can bring you can cook and bring the food and you can share it. So the time to display. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay. Do's and don'ts of the event will be displayed to you tomorrow. Today, just we announced it so that you get a time to make a group and think on it. Okay. See to it, first of all, it should be confined to the state. Okay. Second, you will get, a group will get of 10 minutes to display their talent on the base of that state. Say, for example, you're a group of 10 and you are representing Gujarat state and then you're performing Garba. So you will get only 10 minutes for performance. Okay, this is just one example I've given. Okay, if you are having some state like North Indian, any state, and you are making any food, then also that selling time and everything will be on the base on. Then not selling, it's like sharing. Nothing here is for earning.